Yeah. Right. Appears to be up and running. I was a little bit later than I intended, just after the hour, but anyway. Hello. Welcome back to Joyless Gaming and a sandstorm? Dust storm? Hey, trash can collar. We're back in Fallout 4.
Time to do business?
Doing survival.
I'll take a look, sure.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
And, yeah. Hearing a lot today about, well, I mean, maybe it was announced a day or two ago, but hearing a lot today about the teased new Fallout game. A lot of suggestions about it being like an online multiplayer survival game, which I don't know how many people would be really interested in. But anyway, that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing the single-player survival thing. I've got a bunch of crap. A lot of this stuff actually has weight too, doesn't it? Doesn't it? The overdue books don't. Okay, so the rest of the stuff mostly doesn't, which is alright. Even the lunchboxes don't. Mods, here we go. And get rid of a bunch of ammo that I don't use. Should I keep the 5.56? I'm not keeping the flamer fuel. Should I keep the 5.56 ammo? Am I ever going to be using something that uses 5.56 ammo? I doubt it, unless I feel like using automatic weapons later on. So let's get rid of the 5.56. And I have a combat shotgun now, don't I? I think. Anyway, what am I doing? What am I doing? Grabbing crap. Started off my thing. This is, I'm pretty sure this is where I left off. It's the same character and it's the most recent save, so I suppose I'll be doing something like carrying on from in the story where I was last week. Aluminium, fertilizer, skulls, desk fan, duct tape. Actually, let's just see about ammo. Ooh, 308s. Not a lot of 308s. Shotgun shells. That's 29 times 8. What's... Well, 29 times 10 would be 290, so I should be able to afford that. Let's accept the trade. Alright, now...
I'd like to take a moment for something a little more personal than usual. As I'm sure you know all too well, I haven't always been the best at this job. Hey, let's face it, I've been pretty terrible.
44s, 308s, 5 mils for some reason I felt like keeping them.
I've decided to change how I look at things, how I live my life. I'd like to take this opportunity.
Right, well apparently I'm level 23. I don't remember that happening, but did I purchase my new things that I can take? Yeah, that would have been one of them. I think I did, so it's 25 for these crafting ones. And that was probably, possibly one of them. But I think sneaking was the main one. Alright. Okay. Well, wait a minute, what effect is that? Lethargy? Is that an illness that I can cure? Lethargy? Hardly seems like the kind of thing that you would take antibiotics to treat. Seems like the kind of thing you would drink coffee. Insomnia and weakness, infection and parasites, and whatever the other herbal thing is. Alright, I'm going to try that. Yes, there we go. Here's the Brahmin I bought. I know it's your feeding trough, but what's with the gun, Sturgis?
Nice job with those defenses. I've got nothing else I need right now. I think Preston may want to chat, though.
Yes, well, as the Brits would say, Preston can jog on. I do not want to talk to that man. This is, whoa, this is really moody. Yikes. It's morning, right? 7:35 AM, yes. Okay. So. Yeah, this stuff stays, doesn't it? Bobby McCready, detective cases, mentats. Oh, I never have mentats because I always turn them into buff tats. Feral ghouls from Mass Pike Tunnel, using witchcraft, combat zone, blah 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 blah. I might as well go by the police station on my way. I think I've still got dog meat with me. I don't really mind because I still get my Lone Wanderer perks. Extra carry capacity and reduced damage, dealing more damage, all that good stuff. Which I think helps remarkably on survival. Normally, you don't really need it, you just have someone with you and they can't die. So why not have them with you? Because it's hard to kill you as well. But in this, you die at the drop of a hat. Which is why I'm taking that precaution as well as being stealthy, where possible. Speaking of which, stop whining, dog meat. She gets some of that dog armor. I wonder if it actually works as armor for him, or if it just changes his visuals. Yeah, that works. I'll take that. Shotguns. Shotgun shells. Anyone else? So I swear, they shouldn't be spawning here, unless the cell is bigger than I realise and they're spawning in different parts of the cell. He reckons that enemies respawn more slowly in survival. Well, so far, I don't believe that. Although yes, I must admit, this area along the train line has not respawned anyone since I first set foot in it, which is good. Because I'm going through it all the time, even though I probably shouldn't be. Ah, it's all cleared up. Was it supposed to be fog, or was it like a sandstorm? Dust storm. Same thing, really. I don't know. In a desert area, a sandstorm is probably worse than a dust storm, but... same thing for all intents and purposes. Have I discovered that location over there? I haven't. Because it's got bears. I think. Just like there's ghouls in here. No, no ghouls. But I kill them at some point. You alright, dog mate? Cram. Okay. Okay. Bears. Let's look out for bears. Oh, thanks. Just gotta sneak up on the mines and hope they don't explode. Actually, no, now that I think about it, I think that's not a difficult thing. I think one of the sneak perks. Yeah, no, Alt. No, crap, it is Control. Yeah, don't trigger mines. So, no, not really, it was easy. I forgot that that was a perk that I had when I was trying to disarm them, but yeah. Turns out, nah, I didn't have to worry. I did have to worry about dog meat setting them off, though. Thought there was another bear. I was certain there was another bear. It wasn't just a one bear camp. What the hell? Ow! Magic floating hunting rifle. And now I've lost it. Should have just picked it up. Idiot. Ooh, does. Look at that. I shouldn't, but I will, because I need their meat. No! Ah. There we go. I thought I was new. No, it's alright. I tend to suck at games anyway, so... And while I have actually played this game quite a bit, I haven't played it in a concentrated burst for a while. I've just sort of played it for an hour or two at a time over the last, once a week. Over the last several months. Once I got a good enough internet connection to start streaming. And even then I haven't been consistent with it, so... It's just an experiment of mine, really, to get around to playing it on survival difficulty. But You know, make something of it. Make video content of it. Because you just take these stream archives and stick them on YouTube. Because I'm too lazy to edit. So streaming suits me. Yeah, more mines. That's okay, I don't want to go in there. Here we go.
Must have spent a whole case of ammo holding this site.
Suppose that means we missed all the fun. No one's gonna move on this place now that the Pridwin's in town.
Oh yeah, taking a break and then, yeah, just refamiliarize yourself by watching other people play it and think, oh yeah, that's right, you can do that. You can do that. Yeah, I'm just trying survival. And taking the boring approach. Stealth and sniping where possible. If I wanted to play running around beating people with my fists,
Are we in luck?
I wouldn't play it on survival.
We have the transmitter.
Finally, some good news for a change. Nice work, sir.
I didn't do it alone. Had some help from our new friend. I've offered him a place on our team, but I'm not sure he's willing to accept. In the meantime, he's welcome to take shelter here, as long as he doesn't get in our way.
Yeah, well, I don't really want to join your team, but seeing as how I can't,
You in the Brotherhood, if you want it.
I can't make progress with really anything.
I'd be honored to join.
Then that settles it. Aylin, Reese, it's time to welcome our newest recruit to the Brotherhood. He shows a lot of promise, and with the proper guidance, I think he has the potential of becoming one of the best.
Joke.
Thanks. I promise not to let you down.
You don't have to prove anything else to me. Getting that transmitter was enough.
So you decided to stay, huh? I expected you to take your payment and run.
Yeah, well, I wanted to, alright?
Are you upset that I'm staying?
Maybe. Got enough trouble stomping muties and ferals. I don't need something else to worry about.
Reese, that's enough. Like it or not, you're going to have to learn to work together. And you need to understand what it means to be a part of the Brotherhood. We're not soldiers of fortune. We're an army, and we've dedicated our lives to uphold a strict code of ethics. If you intend to stay within our ranks, you need to obey our tenets without question.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry. I've spent time in the military.
Perfect. Then there's no need to give you a long lecture, so I'll get right to the point. I only ask for two things from anyone under my command: honesty and respect. You fall in line, you stay in line.
Well,
I give you an order, and you follow it.
I'm not going to disrespect you while you're standing in
There's
that
one last order
massive
of business I wanted
tank.
to get out of the way. I'm going to recommend you to be awarded the rank of Knight. Now, nothing's official until you speak to Elder Maxon, but I wanted you to be the first to know.
Thank you.
Thanks aren't necessary. Just continue excelling at your duties, soldier.
Ad Victoriam Knight.
He doesn't even know what that means, Halen.
Ad Victoriam means to
It's
victory.
Latin.
In our eyes.
That's not even how you pronounce it, because
Unacceptable.
Latin is
Because
not
we're
pronounced the way that
fighting
people
for the
think it was.
future
But
of
anyway.
mankind. Our rallying cry is more powerful than any weapon you could ever carry. Remember that. Now, I've received orders that we're both to report to the Pridwin. However, if you want to run a few ops for Scribe Halen or Knight Reese first, they could certainly use your assistance. I'll leave the choice up to you. Let me know when you're ready to mount up.
Okay. Have I completed that other thing and then made progress on something else, and then can I just bugger off now, please? No? Ah. Well, I'm buggering off anyway. Ugh, loading screens. It's one thing I will give the survival difficulty. Because you can't fast travel, when you're doing a lot of walking around outside, you don't have to look at loading screens. And have that dread that, oh, wait a minute, has the game kind of crashed on me? Because that happens too. Come on. It's not like my computer is weak. It's got a lot of memory. Why can't you load this stuff faster? Ugh. Fine. Right. Okay. We are going this way. No, not that way. Yes? Wait a minute. No. Yes. Yes, we can go this way. There's always something spawning in there. It's really annoying. They're supposed to take ages to respawn. Packaged and parched. Okay, I can deal with that. Apparently I can't. What's some other food that I can just get rid of? Yeah, there we go. I think the plan is to go and yeah, let's do this. Right, so that it's not exactly the most fun way to be going. Then again, there isn't really a fun way to go, is there? Probably better on this side of the river, though. Just go and save my game, so I don't lose the entirety of the stream's worth of play if I end up dying at some point. Get out of the way. Dog meat. Come on. I want to be able to close the door. Actually, the way along the river is pretty clear. Or it was. Let's hope it still is. I think in a lot of cases, if there are still enemies respawning, it's because I've not killed ones that were on the rooftops. And therefore, the cell has not been cleared. I suppose Bethesda thought, well, you know, we gave you the ability to put jetpacks on your power armor. Verticality shouldn't be a problem. Except I hate having to cart around bloody fusion cores for power armor. Worrying that you might run out, and then what do you have to do? You have to abandon the power armor anyway. You kind of... You don't, strictly speaking, have to, but you kind of have to take the perks that allow you to get more out of fusion cores, but couldn't be bothered. Do I have a high enough intelligence to do that anyway with this character? No. Oops. Right, this way. Okay, it is this way, but do I want to go this way? It's apparently not far, but that isn't necessarily comforting. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. What?
Hey,
Huh? What? That's, kind of horrible. But I have to survive. Is this, which building is this? Mass fusion, yeah, that's fine. It's just over there to get to Good Neighbor. Ghost Missionary, I think so. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be one of those dead NPCs or, I don't know. It's a very buggy game. I wonder if I would have been able to pickpocket. Probably could have gotten away with it even if I'd been caught, because this doesn't really have a karma system or anything.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
Okay, I picked up some stuff, but did I pick up... I picked up food, actually. Yeah, let's make some food.
Better keep your iron and straps on. Friendly advice.
Something I think was definitely a positive in the kind of bloated crafting implementation is that at least you get XP for everything you make. There's so much stuff to make, but making anything will give you some XP. So I've leveled up just from crafting settlement stuff before. Oh dear. Dog mate.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Oh, shut up, notifications. Am I going with you, Nick? Oh, are you waiting for me? That's kind of you. That's right, this is the bit where you go through Kellogg's memories. Or do I do something else first?
Yes? Wait, I know you. You're on the railroad. What's this all about?
Kellogg's brain.
this one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Starts to feel like The Sims, yeah. Building and job stuff, yeah. Yeah, well, that's one of the most annoying things about it is that it's like, oh, it's this optional thing that we spent a lot of development time on, and it's not as optional as we say it is because you still actually have to do some crafting.
Were you going to say something or not?
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
And
I'll take a look.
He's got cybernetic
No
stuff.
guarantees. Do you have it with you?
The brain?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This
Yeah.
is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Brain still good? It'd be funny if that's exactly what he said. Brain still good?
Go on, Doctor.
There's no low intelligence
Older
stuff.
generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Yeah.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe.
No.
There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Okay.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Hey, dog mate.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
I think we get a loading screen, don't we? I can still hit dog meat.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Ugh.
This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
It's like Max Payne.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days.
Like before the big war. Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Yeah. On my way. Crawling along neurons.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like.
I mean, like when you had
It's
hair.
gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You gotta give it a chance. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this?
Did you run into the chosen
This
one?
is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
Yeah, that's why you had it pointed at her, right?
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. And I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. That's okay. I got it.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
I hope you can't fall off of these things. That would suck.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Shame that they went to a lot of effort to humanize a person that you've already killed and actually dies a fairly short way into the main story.
Mind if we sit down? Suit yourself. So, I hear you take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems offline.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here.
Ugh.
Ah, there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Brain, yeah.
Manual override.
There we go.
Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it. I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
No.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
6, down the hall near the end.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to.
Oh, you big softy.
Yeah. I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller.
Who was a
even
soldier.
if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Did I change what she looked like?
Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby. No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Well, there's no point hanging around.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Great, I'm gonna get copyright strikes because of the song.
Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Just teleport across the room. Well, I suppose he's going to teleport across the Commonwealth, isn't he?
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, this is how we get out, eh?
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Amari.
Let's start over. How are you feeling?
Wish the song would stop.
I have this burning feeling inside my skull. It's like it's on fire.
That's not surprising. All the synapses in your brain have just been pulled apart, connected to someone else, and then pulled back together. I injected you with a large stim pack while I was pulling you out. That should ease things. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Not really, but anyway.
I saw Kellogg's life. The man who ruined my family. The man I killed.
That's right. He was a human being just like the rest of us, and he had reasons for being what he was, however cruel. How does that make you feel?
I don't forgive him.
I'm not sure, Doctor.
I don't know if there's any right way to feel, either. We're getting off track. The important thing is that we discovered the Institute's greatest secret, teleportation. The only question is, what do we do now?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same.
No, he sure did.
If you're going to follow him.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
I like this bit. So let me deal with... I'm not going to do that just yet. I need to eat. Yes, that works. Where'd he go? Yeah, I like this.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
I'm gonna head out on my own from here, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
Sounds like Ellie needs to talk to us. We should head back to the office next chance we get.
Oh, that's about the... Is that about the radio thing? I think it is. Must be. The Silver Shroud. Which I could start, but I don't know if I want to. I have to make sure I can do high-level ballistics weave. Then it's safe to use the Silver Shroud outfit. Alright. So it's been about an hour, or almost an hour. I've managed to complete that, but I definitely don't want to go into the glowing sea on this run through. No, I mean, obviously eventually I will if I keep playing the game, but not tonight, is my point. Not right now. I'm thinking, what am I thinking? Hmm. Hmm. Alright, well I think I might just finish up, make it the usual thing, get myself back to somewhere. Probably doesn't have to be yeah, 170 out of 285. It's a weapon bench. Is there an armor bench anywhere?
Brotherhood of Steel better stay out of good neighbor. All I'm saying.
Well, there's nothing I can do, is there? Yeah. I'd need to get my hands on some...
upon something, don't bother telling me it's an heirloom. I'm probably older than whatever it is you're selling.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
All the supplies, money, or violence can buy.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I want to improve my extra luck, but the only way I make use of it is in criticals, and I don't do a lot of iron 9, but the energy's already better and the physical will be almost as good. Although that's high because that's like heavy metal or something. Is that combat armor? I think that's combat armor. The left and right arms for combat armor. So remember the synth helmet was a screwy thing, but I think a combat helmet still lets you wear glasses. Reduces damage from humans. What was the combat armor going for? 69 each. Left and right arm. Oops. Yeah, I don't have any materials. Right, okay. I am gonna... Oh, shut up. Bloody laptop notifications. Let's just disable them. Yeah. Okay. Whoop. Okay, so apparently I can get to the river fairly easily out this way, which I didn't know. Because getting around in downtown Boston is sometimes a bit of a nightmare. Well, yeah. Okay. And there was a scavenger's note. Wait a minute, did that pop up as my thing? Yeah, that's not what I want. Yeah. Here we are. I don't have the ability to talk my way out of that, and I'd rather not start a fight with what could potentially be a bunch of people in a relatively safe settlement. And I don't want to cross the river there. Because I'm pretty sure there's usually a whole bunch of crap on the other side. I think I can yeah, I can not I can move at proper speed. Well, I say proper, but like full speed while sneaking and not have it. It's basically what used to be called the silent running perk. Still a place I've never even been to. The Cambridge Polymer Labs is a lot of stuff I've just never bothered to explore. Of course, I suppose if eventually I spent as much time in this game as I had in like New Vegas, I probably would get around to having explored everything. Rather annoyed with myself that last time I actually did like a proper playthrough of New Vegas. I was like, yeah, I'm doing everything, I'm clearing everything. Everything will be properly, fully cleared and unlocked and what have you, and I forgot to go and deal with the fiends in Vault 3. I forgot to do that, and I didn't see anything about them until the ending, and it talked about what they did. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to deal with the fiends. And of course I didn't do absolutely everything there was to do in Dead Money, because I really hated that DLC. mean, a bunch of it was okay, but it was really annoying that we're going to take all of your equipment away from you right at the start and then stick you with these enemies that are really hard to kill, and you don't have any good weapons. Not only that, if you used anything other than energy weapons, you're at a disadvantage, because if you had energy weapons as your skill, you're alright, because the weapon you get given for free was an energy weapon, but tended not to do that, because the skill that you needed to go for ammo with it was science, and if I didn't feel like leveling up science... But you always wanted to level up repair. That was the ammo skill to go with guns. Anyway. Enough nostalgia. It's a different game. I'm playing this one. Currently. I might wish on occasion I were playing a different one. At least you can sprint in this game. Although I found eventually, between... yeah, you wear light armor, or clothing. This is in New Vegas. In New Vegas you wear light armor or clothing, what the hell? And, there's the, what is it, the Tunnel Runner perk that was taken from Lonesome Road. And some of the stuff you got in Old World Blues. Improvements to sneaking speed and all this sort of stuff. I found I could move faster while sneaking than while standing. It was hilarious. Crouch running everywhere. And take the silent running perk so you can't be detected, you know, more effectively because of your speed, and walk around with a sniper rifle. Almost home. Could definitely make it easier on myself by not trying to go back to bloody Sanctuary every time I wanted to end an episode, but that's my problem.
Seems to be growing well.
Huh?
What? Alright, nothing there. Nope. Right, nothing. Alright. All my combat armor, yes. Be pocketed. Scoped aiming is more steady. Well, I suppose you wouldn't need to be using your action points if you had more steady free aiming down scopes, eh? But I prefer to be able to carry everything. Okay, so slightly less, but definitely better energy. And because they're balanced, it's much more to my taste. Wait a minute. Keep forgetting that it uses purified water. I guess that's why you've got to have heaps. Am I keeping the polished metal? Polished metal, yep. Wait a minute, polished metal chest, right arm, right leg. Left arm. There's the left leg, so I should take the deep pocketed mod out of that. And I can sell that. Alright. Right. Polished metal. Left arm. What am I wearing then? Combat armor on the arms. My legs are mismatched. One. So combat armor, right arm and leg. And polished metal left leg. So left arm is. Right, so I just need a left leg. Combat armor, left leg. And combat armor chest piece. And a combat helmet. And keep that polished metal. Left arm. Left and right arm, right leg, and I've got a left leg, I'm still wearing it. And keep the polished helmet. Oh, wait a minute, I do have dog armor. Wait, dog mate, where are you?
Hey.
Wait. Do you feel safer? Okay, it should be alright. Time to save. And dog mate, out of the way. Where do I have beds? Here we go. Right. Does it save as you're waking up or as you feel ill, fatigue? Anyway. That's enough for one night. My neck hurts. I've got bad posture. Oh. Thanks anybody who stopped by. The mean girl there for being in the chat earlier. Yeah, I try to do this game every Friday. So, Fallout Friday. I like alliteration. Anyway. See you in a week for this game. Sooner than that for other things, I guess. Bye now.